Breaking. Trump drops Russia bombshell to entire world. People are stunned. The left took the fake news Trump-Russia scandal and ran with it. They had many people on the left believing their lies, and now their plan is falling apart in front of their eyes. Trump announced on Twitter something that we have all suspected for a while now, that Russia was never on his side during the election. His tweet reads, in other words, Russia was against Trump in the 2016 election. And why not? I want a strong military and low oil prices. Witch hunt. There is an obvious truth to his statement, especially if you consider the testimony of Bill Browder on Thursday. According to Fox News, Browder is the CEO and co-founder of a company called Heritage Capital. He also revealed new information about the company Fusion GPS, which worked against Trump by building up a false dossier. It took some coaxing, but Browder admitted that the company was running a smear campaign on Trump. Coincidentally, the smear campaign was run by the one and only Natalia Veselnitskaya, the same Russian lawyer who met with Jared Kushner, Paul Manafort, and Donald Trump Jr. Now that this information is out in the open, it certainly leaves room for us to figure out what happened here. Do they think that it was a mere coincidence that the Russian lawyer, who was after Trump's head, would also meet with his son to give him dirt on Hillary? We think the odds of that happening are slim to none. In fact, we think that it was a setup from day one, perhaps run by Hillary herself, perhaps. We don't see how it is crucial that Trump Jr. and company met with this lawyer, especially considering anyone who have taken that meeting, who would have taken that meeting. It all seems to be a scheme to try and nail President Trump, but the problem is they couldn't get it right. Their execution was sloppy and their actual intentions were more than obvious. Now that the truth is slowly coming to light, the next question is, where do we go from here? Well, that is a tough question considering we know that the left is going to whine about everything that is going on regardless. It would appear that the best move would be to proclaim his innocence, which Trump has done, but in a more formal setting. Reveal the fraudsters who try to sabotage him with precise evidence from the testimony. Facts are not up for debate. Once the information is out there, the president can say that he did everything in his power to make things right with the people. While Trump supporters will follow him through and through, perhaps this evidence will only open the eyes of some of the people on the fence. If they can see that President Trump is not nearly as bad as the media makes him out to be, it can change their opinion of him. We know that the mainstream media already has a poor opinion of him. They love bad-talking the president at every opportunity. We just need to expose more people to the truth. Once they see the charade that the Democrats have put up, they will swiftly fall. Let's take a quick listen here.
What I can speak very confidently about is that this firm, Fusion GPS, run by a former Wall Street Journal reporter, Glenn Simpson, was taking money indirectly from a senior Russian, a family of a senior Russian government official, in order to try to repeal something called the Magnitsky Act, which is a bit of legislation which sanctions Russian torturers and killers from coming into America and using the American banking system. So Glenn Simpson, the guy who you're referring to, Fusion GPS, was taking money from the Russians last year to go against the Magnitsky Act and to go against me.
And Fusion GPS, by the way, they say they did not spread any false information about you. That's what they've said on the record. But just come back to the point here. Fusion GPS was funded by whom in order to acquire or achieve or put together that dossier on the now president?
They were funded by a family. So on my case, I don't know about the dossier, but in my case, they were funded by a family headed by a person who's in the government of Russia, very rich guy. It's called the Katsev family, and they were funded by that family to do this project against me and against.
So they look for dirt, essentially, right? I mean, that's part of what they're paid to do.
No, that would be sort of no. What they do is they effectively spread misinformation. That's what they did about me and about Sergei Magnitsky, my lawyer who was killed in Russia. Glenn Simpson contacted a number of newspapers and basically tried to take the Russian Putin's line that my lawyer had not been murdered, but that he just died of natural causes. That's the Putin line. And when in fact the evidence is conclusive that Sergei Magnitsky, my lawyer, was murdered, and I've been fighting for justice for him for the last 7.5 years. And so what Glenn Simpson was doing was spreading misinformation.
There you have it, folks. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and again, thank you so much for watching.